what's up, Spider-Verse? How you doing? It's me, the real Manos, and I am back with a new comic review, and I'm pretty excited about it. It is Amazing Spider-Man #1, not to be confused with Amazing Spider-Man #1, or even Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is Amazing Spider-Man #1, stupid. Don't get confused. So anyway, this is from Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr., and I'm pretty excited about this team because I really dug Zeb Wells' work on the previous Beyond arc. He seemed to be basically driving the most of the way during that arc. They had a team of writers, and it seemed like his stuff was really sticking. And of course, John Romita Jr., I've loved his work pretty much all my life, almost. So it's really great to see this work. You know, he's not that old. He's only a little bit older than me, so geez, he must have been like a 12-year-old or something when he started doing comic book work. But, so, anyway, we're done with that whole Beyond thing, and, you know, Ben Reilly being a fake Spider-Man and stuff like that. That's over with. So, we jump to this crater that Peter Parker's in his Spider-Man costume, and he seems pretty upset about something, so I can't wait to see what happened. Oh, shit, that's right. We did a time skip of 6 months, which in Marvel comic time, that could be, geez, that could be like 3-4 years or something like that. So anyway, we see Peter at, once again, like a low point in his life, and this is the lowest point in his life, or as you like to call, Tuesday. So he is talking to Aunt May, and she has like sold the house and kind of used the money to help Peter. He's in the bad way. They're kind of a little distant here. He's not telling her stuff. Of course, Lee never tells her stuff. But she's like kind of trying to like tiptoe into it, like, you know, a mom would. Like, well, you know, stuff is, you know, whatever, you know, tell me anything, you know, because, you know, whatever, I'm here. Of course, he's not going to do that. So he's like dodging bill collectors. I don't remember if he's in college anymore. I know he was kind of rebuilding shit with college, but that seems to be on the outs or something like that. He runs into Randy. He's not a roommate with Randy anymore. Randy is going to marry his girlfriend, the new Beetle, which is kind of funny. So, you know, they're just kind of like, yeah, kind of getting their shit together. But he asks Peter for a favor, and if he wouldn't mind kind of getting his back, because he is going to do the old school thing of asking his girlfriend's dad if it's cool with him if he asks her to marry him. Big problem is that dad is Tombstone, scary mob boss guy with unbreakable skin. And I really love how he's drawn in John Romita Jr. He has a nice, good, quiet menace. And Tombstone is one of those villains that I feel like we've all kind of slept on. I think he's been around since, geez, like the early 90s, late 80s or something like that. He pops up every so often, and sometimes he's misunderstood as being too much of a supervillain type of character, and I think he works more on a ground level as a superpowered mob boss, and he is really intimidating. You don't have to do too much with him. Like, he doesn't talk loud. He's always like kind of quiet and menacing and creepy. It's great. But what's amazing is, let's see. Oh, I haven't got there yet. But anyway, he at the same time is also planning like to take over Kingpin's turf, because Kingpin is pretty much taken off, you know, with the events of Daredevil and Devil's Reign. He is, you know, kind of hitting the dusty road. So he is kind of going to, you know, try and take those positions. Like, look, Peter doesn't even talk to like Human Torch, and you know, he's got to like, you know, he's not talking to anybody. He's just really kind of distant from everybody in his life. And the good news is, this scene with Randy and Tombstone actually goes really well. He's kind of maturing a little bit as a person, and he doesn't mind his supervillain daughter marrying, like, just a guy. And it's actually kind of a fun scene. And so Peter goes, okay, well, that ain't... okay, looks like he's not going to kill him. That's good news. So he ends up getting involved with Tombstone's other thing, which he has like this kind of like mob clash right here. You know, we get involved. We have this villain we haven't seen since the Szynski run in the 2000s, which is kind of fun, and it's a pretty funny scene too because he's been dead and he kind of got resurrected through the Hulk Green Door shit. And nice kind of references to that too, by the way. So anyway, he gets through that, and there is I'm going to cut this other scene. There's this wonderful Tombstone's in some good scenes. Zed Wells, I think, likes this guy because he stops and he sees Peter Parker and he goes, "Look, everybody knows, you know, you're his connection to, like, you know, taking photographs and stuff like that, you know, and no one has ever thought about maybe they're the same guy, but he's like, hey, can you get a message to him, kind of to stay out of my way?" And Peter kind of like takes that and says, "You know what? I've been talking to Spider-Man, and he is kind of bored, and, you know, he wouldn't mind some trouble." Like, he basically throws that back at him, and he goes, "You know, you're a weird guy, Parker." But he's like basically going, "You know what? I'm in the mood to kick your ass," but without saying it, you know, so obviously, man, that's a fun scene. I don't mind seeing that kind of vibe from Peter Parker from time to time. But then again, we go to him doing the old ex-boyfriend thing by passing by Mary Jane's house, and she kind of sees him and, you know, thinks about calling to him, and then this guy shows up, who is apparently her new guy. And I've never seen this guy, but then again, this is comic books. This guy could be a character established, and maybe we haven't seen him since 1987, so he's going to look different. But he has kids, and they call her mommy. So, okay, man, it's been quite a 6 months. Now, I know a lot of fans instantly jumped to the conclusion that she had these kids, but no, that's not like this. We do some stupid time clone universe thing. But I think the kids belong to this guy, and she's the new stepmommy. I think they're married. I don't know. Just shit has gone down in the last 6 months, and I'm very curious about the mystery surrounding what Peter did. Like, I assume he had to do it for a reason, but everyone's pissed off about him. And he is refusing to talk to anybody, which is so him. Like, he is, like, always, he can't, like, ever put trust in his friends that maybe they might help him out. Like, he's always got to do everything for himself. Peter Parker is the kind of guy who would rather die than make 2 trips from the car with the groceries. Like, you know, that kind of guy. Like, no, I don't care the shit's spilling. I'm going to make it. I don't need your help. So, you know, that's the kind of guy he is, and I adore him for it. But this is great. Really good start, I think. And it's back to basics, like no extra shit, which has been happening a lot to Spider-Man. And, you know, no extra universe stuff, no, like, you know, fixing past continuity problem stuff, no, like, you know, giant, you know, corporation stuff. Like, we're getting back to, you know, some nitty-gritty, like, Spider-Man street, you know, supervillain, superhero stuff, and I am on board with this, especially when we got this team. So, hey, I'm digging it. So 5 out of 5 Ramjets, not a bad start. So, hey, I've talked a bit about that. I make a comic too. Red Knight is available in print and digital on my own manospublishing.com. You can check it out. And I'm going to be doing a Kickstarter soon, in June or July, whenever I get my shit together. And hopefully it's going to be in June. But I will keep you updated, of course, about that. If you're doing any conventions, I am doing Tidewater Comic Con, and very soon, May 14th and 15th, I'll be there in Artist Alley, next to my wife, who might be selling some stuff of herself as well. So don't forget to support me, The Real Manos, on Patreon. You can support me at just $1 a month, support the channel, support the publishing wing of the Manos Empire. And you can also find me on social media. What is it? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also got a TikTok, which is oddly more powerful and more popular than this channel. So you may want to come back from TikTok and support this channel. But you can find me at Justin Cristelli over there. So, hey, that's pretty good. I'm going to be talking to you later. Push the button, Lindsay.